Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Milton and I are here. Salt and Pepper's here. We are in the house today. Trying to get this camera together. If we can. Why are you? Right. You come on over. Okay, now we're here. So we're just trying to get it all together. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are getting some notifications. What you need? But
the pillow was behind me. Let's go.
Your pillow? They gotta have the pillow. All right, guys. We're running, as you can see. Let me get my pillow. We're running, as you can see. It's been one of those days, but of course we're committed. We are committed to doing this. Yeah, we are committed. So y'all come on in, do what you got to do. Come on in and share. Sharing is caring. Share it with a friend. Share it with an enemy. Come on in to the broadcast today. I'm so excited. I am so excited because we are gonna have today such a good conversation. I'm just looking on my iPad. Hubby has made once again some amazing notes. So I am just opening up the notes and I don't have mine. Let's see. So I'm just opening up, trying to get my little notes together. I think that's from yesterday. I think you must have sent it. Where'd you send it?
No.
There it is. All right, got my notes, y'all. Okay, cool. So as you come in, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really does help us out a whole bunch when you guys like the broadcast, when you subscribe, when you share. It really does help us out a whole bunch. And so we appreciate it so much. I'm going to try to get up to about 20 before we begin. So just keep sharing, telling someone. I went out and I shared and did my sharing. Usually I do it on my phone. So I did my sharing. So I want you guys to do the same as well. So please share the broadcast. And yeah, tell a friend, tell somebody that we are on live. We are on live. Hope you guys are doing well. It's sunny today, but it's cool. What was the weather today?
We woke up today. It was 55 degrees outside. It's probably gotten up to about 70. So it's been a beautiful day here in Tennessee. So I hope you guys have some good weather where you are. So, but it's beautiful outside. The sun is a beautiful fall day here in the South. Great day to be outside. So we're gonna go out a little later once we finish this, just for a little bit, do a little walking, and enjoy a little bit of the great weather. Because in Tennessee, it may be sunny today, but it may be rainy tomorrow.
Yes, you never know.
So you have to.
Oh, Jatan! Oh, you blessed me already. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Jatan, you have blessed me. I'm telling you, y'all. Look, I fainted yesterday. I'm trying to keep it. But we have been on YouTube, y'all, for 3 years. We've been on YouTube for 3 years. And had my channel. Hubby was always behind the scenes helping me, blessing me. And so now, to have you guys on, to have you guys here is just
blessing.
It is a blessing, and we really appreciate you guys so much. So come on in, share. All right, we got a few more minutes, but for everyone to come on in, because I know this is a really amazing day. I know this is an amazing day, and I know that there is so much that is going on today. So I know you guys are busy, but I hope that you can kind of come in. Hope you guys can come in. So that might change. Just making a note for hubby. See what at the same time.
Oh, what we're doing. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know.
So that might impact.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay. So come on in. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Greetings, Reginald.
Hey,
so
Reginald.
Glad you're here. Thank
How
you
you
so
doing?
much for being here today.
Mm-hmm.
Travel the world. Greetings
Hey,
of peace. Greetings to you, sis. Greetings to you. Greetings to you. Thank you for being here, Jatan. Thank you. You're so amazing.
Thank you for your donation.
Appreciate it so much. And thank you for your donation to our GoFundMe as well.
Yeah,
sis,
thank you for that.
We see you and we love you and we are so grateful to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now settling in. Yeah, we got to get those pillows right. Got to get those pillows right. Yes, thank you so much, Jatan. We appreciate you so much. That just blessed our hearts. Thank you so much. Karima.
Karima.
Hi from Ghana. Hello. Hey. So glad to see you. So glad you are here.
How do you say hello in Ghanaian?
Well, welcome is Akwaba.
Akwaba.
So welcome, Akwaba. Okay. And how do you say? So hubby wants to know, how do you say hello in Twi?
In Twi. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Reginald, how are you, please? We are, Reginald, how are you? Karima, I hope I'm saying this right. It's such a beautiful name. Kayerima wants to know. So such a beautiful name. We're just so glad you are here. So glad you are here. Mm-hmm. Hubby is going to give us some morning announcements. So you got your morning announcements over there?
I think I know him by now.
Oh, do you? He's been with me so long, y'all. He has memorized the morning announcements. What?
Yeah, I think I know the morning announcements. Let me see. If not, I can tell you what they are.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to get started with the morning announcements today. From Bedside Baptist, Hold Your Mule, believers, non-believers, all saints, non-saints, people of God who believe, people who don't, and everyone else.
African traditional religion.
That's the one I keep reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, we're glad you all are here today, and I just wanted to give you a couple announcements real quick. The first announcement is SYNOLVE has created a GoFundMe page, which is linked below at the bottom of this broadcast. If you'd like to go look at the page, donate, or be a contributor, we would greatly appreciate it. And also share it with somebody else. And the second announcement for today is, well, I'm gonna let her interject. You got an interjection on that one?
On the
WhatsApp, on the GoFundMe?
Oh, on the GoFundMe. Yes. Thank you to Jatan. Thank you so much.
For those who've already donated.
CS, thank you so much. And we have one more. I cannot think of her name.
Kathy.
Well, we got CS. Yeah, that's Kathy.
Oh, okay. You call
and
it.
I feel like we have one more. If I'm forgetting your name, please forgive me. You know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your donation to the GoFundMe. It does help. We have some amazing plans. If you haven't seen our plans, please go out and check out our plans over on the GoFundMe using the link below.
Yeah.
We actually want to create a sanctuary house when we get to the continent, and some beautiful things want to do, as well as agriculture, and you guys are going to be a part of that. So everything you do, from liking, commenting, subscribing, helps us so much, and we appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And the next thing is the WhatsApp. Hey, go out and find the WhatsApp MyRepatJourney. Join the WhatsApp so you can get alerts on what's going on over here when the broadcasts are going live, any news that everyone is sharing, so everybody can stay connected, so we can all stay connected and have all the information we need going forward.
Yes.
And anything else on the WhatsApp?
Oh, on the WhatsApp. Look, because, today I put some little goodies out, about yesterday. So if you haven't checked out the broadcast from yesterday and from Monday, look, y'all, Day 3, honey. We're doing this thing. If you haven't checked out the WhatsApp from yesterday where we talked about Black love, go check out the WhatsApp because I put some little extras in there for y'all. So go check that out. And yeah, just all you gotta do is click email me at MyRepatJourney@gmail.com and I'll add you. You can be a part of the fun.
And you can also, the last thing is being a part of the newsletter. She does a weekly newsletter, and if you email her at MyRepatJourney@gmail.com, you can join the list of people who receive this awesome newsletter of everything that's going on over here in our world.
Yes, and you will receive that newsletter today.
All
so
right.
Won't that be fun? It'll be before. It might be 12:00. It might
but
be
you'll get it.
11:59.
You'll
But
get
you're
it.
gonna get it.
And those are our church announcements for this morning. Please govern yourselves accordingly and share them with as many people as you can. Thank you so much for being a good listener.
There you go. All right, now, so woohoo for hubby for doing the morning announcements. I appreciate the help this week. I don't know what I'm gonna do when he's not with me because it's just been such a help to have him here with me all this week, and I appreciate him so much. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out as much as the GoFundMe helps and the super chats help. All those things help. All of these things work together. So when you comment, when you like, when you subscribe, when you participate, when you give us a thumbs up, that YouTube sees that, the algorithm sees that, and it blesses us. So do what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Watch the videos. If you got to go, be sure to catch up yesterday. If you missed yesterday about how to talk to your spouse,
good
check
conversation.
that out. Yeah, deep stuff. So please go check that out. Good conversation.
That was really good.
Yeah, we had fun.
We did. It was a good conversation. And like you said, if you get a chance, share that with someone so that they can see some of the different approaches you can take in talking to your spouse about moving to the continent. It's not an easy discussion, but it has to be one that it's a conversation that has to be had.
Yeah.
So you need to figure out a communication plan on how you're going to do it. And that video yesterday was very helpful and resourceful. So take a minute, share it, go look at it, and enjoy it.
Yes, and leave us a comment and let us know what you thought about it, or if you have any questions, because that would help us as well as we create new content. And we'll probably, depending on the feedback that we get from you guys, we'll probably do a part 2 to that. So as we get closer, because more insights come, and I had some epiphanies about that last night. So we'll probably share more if I can get hubby to come back on with me. So yes, I appreciate that so much. Also, check out Monday. We did an overview and we talked about a lot of different topics in that overview. So that's also good as well. So just be sure to go check that out and share it. Do what I tell y'all to do now. You know my instructions. Watch the video. If you got to go wash your hands, watch the video. If you got to go outside and wash your car,
watch the video.
Let the video play. Just watch the video. If you got to go to the restroom,
let the video play.
Watch the video and let the video play. If you got to go down the street to your grandmama's house,
watch the video. Let the video play.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Just help us with this. Help us with the time, y'all, because it really does make a huge difference. And we appreciate it so much. All right. So how many of you have kids? If you have kids, please let us know. We have
2.
We have 2. We have 2 adult children.
24 and 22.
They think they're grown. Real grown. I mean, they are grown, but they think they are grown. You're right, fully grown. And so it is what it is. But if you have children, please tell us how many children you have in the comments below. Let's see, Jatan. Agoo. Put emphasis on agoo.
Agoo.
So that's hello? Agoo.
Oh, agoo. Thank you. Agoo. Agoo.
Agoo.
Agoo. Okay.
Agoo. Hello. All right.
Agoo. Okay.
Karima, doing all right, my friend. Blessings to you. All right. Aquaba, that's another way to say hello.
Aquaba.
Which is more of a welcome, like yeah. And so if it
Aquaba and Agoo.
Agoo. All right.
Okay, I can do that.
Right. Yeah, those are good. I son. You have a son. Oh, cool.
Good.
And that is really cool. You have a son. Does anybody else have children? Yeah. Let's see. Hello and Twee. Agoo.
Okay. Thank you.
Agoo. Maybe it's Agoo.
Hello and Twee.
Hello and Twee. All right. Cool, Jatan. Thank you so much. Well, that's why I love these broadcasts. We always gain so much more. I feel like as much or content that we put out, you guys bless us and give us so much more in return. And it really is a blessing to us. So
awesome.
Talking to your children.
All right.
Not the easiest thing to do about going and repatriating to the motherland. Not the easiest thing to do, but it must be done. Hubby was like, it must be done. We have to do it. So you have to find the right time on how to approach your children. Right? We're dealing with a different set of children. We're dealing with age groups. We're dealing with millennials. We're dealing with kids who are adults or think that they are adults. And so, what did she say? You should send me with this big old smile on my face. Hubby's in the house. Woo! Yes, hubby's in the house. Hubby's in the house, Shaitan. I finally got him to come on the broadcast. This is our third day. I am not believing it. So we have older children, so we're dealing with that. And so the biggest thing for us is understanding that they may not go with this. And they may come later. So I always feel like we're preparing a place for them. They may not come with us now. And it's hard. That's hard within itself to process with adult children. I think is probably one of our hardest things is that they may not come with us right now. They may come later. They may come to visit. We're not sure if they'll come to stay. We're just not sure how this all works. And it's difficult. It's difficult to process, especially I think as a mommy. I think, but even with hubby, he sort of mentioned that we're making this decision. It's kind of hard, to leave your kids behind as adult children. Anyway, that's difficult.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, adult children, they have their own minds, they have their own goals and their own plans, and you have to respect it. But it's still hard as a parent, any parent. I don't care if they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leaving your children behind is still a hard thing to do, even though you want them to grow up and be who they are. You still want them to be close to you and you're able to reach them if you need to reach them. So it's a tough decision to make to leave them behind if that's their choice. But you also have to respect it if it is their choice. So you have to just be prepared for that everybody may not be going. So be okay with it.
Yeah. And let them make their own decision. Milton talked about the other day, not forcing your children. You can't force them. You can't push them, especially adult children. You can't force them. You can't push them to go, but you can at least create an environment where they're at least interested in what you're doing.
Yeah. Make them feel a part of it so that they can bring their input and insight as well. Because if they don't feel like they're involved or they're a part of it, they're not going to really be interested in it. They're not going to want to be part of it because they're going to feel like it's just your journey, your path. It's not inclusive to me. So always make them feel a part of the journey. Because as soon as they feel like they're not, they're going to just isolate themselves from the situation, and it's going to be very hard to bring them back into the conversation.
Right. So from the onset, from the get-go, bring them into the conversation. Yeah. Jatan says, I have a 30-year-old son who is intrigued by my repat.
All right.
A 23-year-old daughter who graduates from college soon.
Congratulations.
Who I hope will repat too. And a 20-year-old son who I thought would be excited, but I got a little pushback.
It's okay. I mean, that's part of it. That's just them being used to where they are. He's made roots, and it's hard to uproot once you're familiar with something. Now we're asking him to pack up and go somewhere he's never been. He doesn't know the culture. He doesn't know the language. He doesn't know if he's ever going to meet any friends. So it's hard on a young person giving up everything they have now, all his friends, all his relationships, all his connections. That's kind of hard. So we have to be patient and understanding with them, give them the time that they need to make the adjustments in their mind and in their thought processes.
Yeah. Giving them that time to make the adjustments and come to it, because it took us some time to come.
It did. It took me some
time to come to the idea of Africa as a forever home. So it may take them a little time. And growing up, they've had dreams. I had to that was the thing I had to do, really realize with our kids. Growing up, they had dreams and ideas about what their lives would be and what they wanted to do. So giving them the opportunity, at least, to explore those dreams, to explore the things they want to do here in the West, that was something that that we both really needed to do. But as they're doing that, just pray protection over them. Share with them, of course, the idea that we really want them to be safe, and we feel like Africa is a better solution for them, but then allowing them the opportunity without the anger and frustration, but just allow them the opportunity to voice their concerns, to voice their ideas, and to allow them to make their own adult decisions.
Yeah, you have to be open. You have to allow them to be adults. And part of that is allowing them to be able to communicate and share their thoughts, their concerns, their issues, or their fears. Some kids have fears, so it's okay. Those are the times where you have to let them voice those things. Don't let them hold them in. Let them voice them so you all can come together to communicate and figure out the next steps. How do we get around this? How do we resolve this? What can we do to help you in this moment? Right. And that may just be simply planning to take a trip before you move. Right. Get them acclimated. Hey, let's go take a trip together as a family and see if this is something that we really want to do. And once you do, then you can come back and make a decision on what's the best move for the family. So just be open to, I'm just going to say pretty much anything, because this is a big, big, big move for someone who's been here their whole life. And now you're asking them to uproot and leave. So you have to be patient and understanding that you may get some pushback.
Right.
Because like I said, when I first started talking about it, I had a lot of pushback because I wasn't familiar with the continent. I saw pictures and I've seen things before, but as far as knowing the continent, the culture, and the language, I did not. But over time, since we've been talking about it for quite a while now, I've learned. And you need to have that same respect for your children. Give them the time to research and study and do the things they need to do.
And to talk and to share, to really, our thing was open communication. So I talked about yesterday, having a communication plan for your spouse. You have to have a communication plan for your children and understand that they have things, they have questions, they have ideas, and they have concerns as well. Now, as I said, we're talking mostly about adult children. We have moved throughout the U.S. We've lived in other cities. We lived in outside of Charlotte, in Waxhaw. We've lived in Fishers,
Indiana.
Yeah, we lived in Detroit. So we've lived in other cities. We have moved throughout the U.S. And so just moving in general, we can talk about that. And but we haven't moved to the continent yet. And as we do move, our children are going to be older. They're going to be adults. So there are some good other resources for you guys to check out. Expat Life in Ghana. I actually did with Io and Tony. I actually did an interview with them. So please check out their channel if you have more questions that we can't answer. Also, we are going to open it up at the end of the broadcast if you give you a link, and if you'd like to come on and you'd like to share some information about, joining us or taking your children to the continent, I'm going to put this link in the stream right now. You can come on and you can use this link to come on, and you can share I'd love for you to come on and with Milton and I and share your journey and your process of talking to your children about coming to the continent. One thing Jatan Bailey has shared is that I feel like I'm building a legacy for them. That's how we feel.
You're building something for them to build upon, and that's always a good approach. They may not understand that right now.
Not right now.
And they may not even see it. They can't see it. They can't fathom the thought of it. But you are exactly what you're saying, building a legacy for them. And that's something that we all need to look at. That's a good approach. And talk to them in that manner. Hey, I'm building a legacy for you. Talk to them if your kid is a business person. Talk to them. Hey, I'm building a business for you one day to go to. If they're whatever they're into, kind of make it fit into their world so they can better understand what you're saying. Sometimes we have to take those approaches. What's the best way to talk to this kid? What's the best way to talk to this kid? What's the best way to talk to this? Because we have 2 different kids in our household.
Totally different.
And you have to talk to each of them differently.
Right.
I mean, you're saying the same thing, but you have to say it differently. So you have to take that approach with your kids. One may understand legacy. One may not understand legacy. One may understand, hey, I'm building a nest egg for us. Okay, I got it. So just find the right approach to talk to each individual child, because they're not the same. You all know that, and we know that. Every kid is different.
I mean, you raised in the same house, came from the same places, but they are different. Jatan says, you guys just helped me to understand that I may be, by the time I plan to go, they will come. They will come.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Either way, I'm out. Look, honey, that's how we feel. Look, at the end of the day, that's how we feel. Like, boo, I love you. And I want the best for you. But I feel too, something my husband said, he said that if you go, they will come.
Yeah.
But if we never go,
they won't come.
They won't come.
Because kids are what? Curious.
Yeah, very curious.
Now, mom and dad have moved across the globe. Let me go see what they're doing over there.
Let me see what they're doing. All them pictures you're going to be sending back.
Let me go see what's going on. So that's why it's good to put the imprint in their minds now, whether they go or not. So they'll always have something to think back on. Oh, okay. And then when you start sending pictures and videos, it's going to be like, let me go see what's going on over there. Yeah. And I promise you one thing, they won't come by themselves. They're going to bring somebody else.
Woo, every time. Look, we had a professor when we were both in seminary, and he says that they leave by themselves and you send them to college, but they come back with everybody. More. So they're going to come back with a wife, a girlfriend. They're going to come back with somebody every time. So look.
This is good. It helps to build a legacy.
It builds a legacy. And some of y'all I know are already preparing for some Ghanaian weddings and some, some Gambian weddings and some Tanzanian weddings. So, honey, I'm just telling you, another channel to watch is the King Ganda channel, because he's always talking about dating on the continent. But anyway, that's, you got to have real adult children to be sharing of that kind, but if they haven't stumbled on that themselves. But I'm really joking. Peace and love, says Lucy. Hey, peace. What's up, fam? So glad you're here with us. How did you work through that process in your heart and mind, Milton?
Okay, you talk about how did I finally get on board? I think that's what you're asking me. Well,
we shared a lot about that yesterday.
But I'll do a quick recap. Basically, when I was first approached,
watch the replay.
I'll do it real quick. First, when I was first approached, I did not want to go. It was nowhere in my mind. But we kept talking about it. And then as a spouse, if you have a spouse, you'll want to do things to please your spouse. So you'll open your ears and your heart to listen and to take it under consideration. So that's what I did. I began to say, look, I'm going to listen to see what she's talking about. And when she started talking about it more, we started looking at more things and doing more things, having more and more conversations until finally it made sense. And then once it made sense, we started creating a strategic plan on how we're going to move to the continent. So the biggest thing is being open, communication, having a communication channel that allows yourself to hear what others are saying. Because sometimes if you block that, you won't be able to hear anything else but your own thoughts. So I was open to her thoughts, her wishes, and the things that she liked, which helped me to say, okay, hey, look, we're in this together. So let's have this conversation. Let's sit down. Let's talk. And we started doing that over a period of time. We started, if you watch the video, we watched movies, we ate food, we did different things, we read, we watched documentaries, and I began to learn the culture, began to learn the continent. And that has helped me to say, okay, I'm okay with this. So you have to find the approaches that work best for you to feel like this is something that you really want to do.
Yeah, I started the process. Mm-hmm. We've been together
30 years.
30 years. So I started this process 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. And we're just here. Now we're here, boo. Now we're here. This is how long it took me. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to first go when I was in college, when we first met. Mm-hmm. And he was not interested.
I wasn't going.
He was not going. And I was working on a master. I was working on my undergrad and getting a minor in African studies. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I want to go overseas to study. And he was like, go ahead. Go ahead. So, it took time. So that was a process. So when the second time I came around, so there was a lot of tears and a lot of arguments and same, like, the whole gamut, right? 30 years ago. So when we came around the second time, I was a little bit wiser. So I started with watching Nollywood. We watched Nollywood movies. And so that gave him a good feel, right? Mm-hmm. It's from, a good feel of the culture, and it opened conversations with him and showed him things that I didn't have to necessarily say. Other people were helping me, right? To say these things, that the continent is beautiful, the continent is wonderful, there's a lot of wealth, there's a lot of beauty there. So that was that. And I would just work my way up to having this full-blown conversation with him. And then I listened to him because he was telling me things. Well, you don't even know where you want to go. Well, instead of me getting mad and, being like, I didn't know where I want to go. I want to go to Africa. Instead of me doing that.
Africa.
Right. Instead of me doing that, which I did do that. Mm-hmm. And then I realized, like, hey, maybe he's telling me what his soul needs from me. Mm-hmm. What his soul needs me to tell him. The ancestors are speaking to me. That's, kind of where I took it. So then I began to work on answering those questions. If y'all want to come on live, come on with us and you can share some information as well. We'd love to hear your voice that'd be good to hear your voice as we are going through this. Mariama, hi fam. Hey Mariama. Hi fam, fam. It's a hard subject at first.
It is.
Yeah, but you're right. Start talking from the get-go.
Yep. That's
no secrets. No secrets.
That's part of your stuff you're going to share in a minute.
Yeah. Peace and Lucy says, I brought my children to Ghana and stayed 5 weeks and they could get a good feel.
That's awesome.
Yes, that is awesome. Hopefully you'll come on. Use the link in the description box. I hope you'll come on and share that. I'd love to hear about that. 20-year-old has a baby that's 8 days old.
That's a baby.
Oh, that's so sweet. So it's real imperative now that you start building. I know for that baby, for the legacy.
That's the legacy.
Wow, you're building it.
Use that baby to your advantage.
Yeah, get that baby out of the West. Yeah, exactly. We were just talking about that the other day, that we haven't seen a baby in a long time.
And I'm okay with that. No problem.
Oh, wow.
Pictures are great.
We're going to have to come see you to time so
pictures
we can
are awesome.
Hold that sweet baby. Y'all congratulate your time, because that's just amazing to have a great baby. Y'all, that's beautiful. Mr. Hillary, good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. YT be hating. Getting this notification late. They be hating.
They be hating.
I'm telling you, this is something else. This is why you gotta join, Mr. Hillary, the WhatsApp group. You gotta join the WhatsApp group, because in there, and give me your email, because in there I share when we going early. You gotta get on in there. All right.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's in the email me at MyRepatJourney@gmail.com. I'll put you on in, sir.
All right.
Good evening, Sister SYNOLVE and hubby Milton. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Hillary says, peace and love and Lucy. Everyone, remember code, like, share, subscribe. Please be respectful with the community, with the comments.
Exactly.
And enjoy the stream.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
Yes. Hello, sister. Hello, Peace and Lucy. Yes, Mr. Hillary is on it. You are well strong, sister. All right. Jatan, okay, sister, do you feel any added pressure since it was your first idea? I only ask because sometimes I feel that.
That's a good question.
No, it's a good question. I did feel in the beginning, honestly, like the weight of the world was on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I felt like I have been given this awesome and beautiful task by the ancestors to get my family home and to get our family to safety. And it was difficult. It's still difficult, waiting because we still have to, we're sending off our passports this week. And so it was, our daughter already has her passport. We're talking to our son about getting his passport, but he's an adult now, so he's got to go and do it himself. Right. He's not budging yet. But, I felt like, wow, the ancestors have given me this, and what am I going to do? How am I going to get them on board? Because I was getting a lot of resistance, and I was like, if the ancestors, if y'all don't come through and help a child, this is not going to happen. A lot of nights I was like, this ain't going to happen. This ain't, Lord help me. This is not going to help me. And it was difficult. So I had to begin to center myself and let the ancestors also do their work. And I had to do, like I said, these other things like Nollywood, food, sending them funny videos, sending them YouTubers, even YouTubers that, like the Bag children, all have a YouTube channel. So I send my kids the Bag family videos, the kids of each of their kids that have, my daughter, I'll send her, well, my son likes pretty girls, so. And the Bag family has some pretty girls. So, it is what it is. Your children, how they work. So I would send them, their videos. That's just the truth. I was sending my son their videos and let him see the beauty of Africa, the beautiful things that were going on, and really having to combat because our son had a person to talk to him very negatively about Africa after having traveled. Then my daughter had a professor who talked very negative, who's from Africa, and talked very negatively about African Americans coming to Africa to her. And I had to combat that. So all this stuff was coming up. It was coming out. But it was also giving me an opportunity to see where this information was coming from, where it was coming from, and who was shaping their ideas, and to combat that little by little and one by one. So that was also extremely helpful. But I felt pressure. I felt the weight, and I had to just release it and let it go because I've gotten hubby. Now it's just about getting the kids. And I believe that my daughter will come because she loves to travel. She's been to Costa Rica. She loves to travel. I believe my daughter will come. I don't know if she'll come to stay, but I believe she'll come.
She'll come. Right.
And I believe when she comes, she'll love it. I know that our son I know both will come to visit. Right. So now the main thing for us is to have some reserves, some money set aside so they don't have any excuse. And that's one reason our plan is taking a little bit longer, because we're also saving enough money, which is the tickets we've been looking at about $800 to $1,200. So to save extra money for them to at least buy the plane tickets and to pay for their passports and their visa, right? So we're looking at anywhere from like $1,000 to $2,000 each. So that's about $4,000 to $5,000 extra on top of our budget that we would like to have, so that we make it easier for them to just come and to visit. So that's what we're doing. We'll see how it goes because we're still in that saving process, but just as easy as we can make it to get them there. So it's no reservations, no hesitations. That's what we're doing for our children. Mariama, are you from Sierra Leone? Amara says, huh, all right. Amara, Mariama, you have to tell her where you're from. Very good. So let's see. 16 watching, 12 likes. Hit the like button, family. Let's get these likes on up, y'all. Let's get these likes on up. Peace and Lucy says, I would like to say thank you, but I'm getting down in the kitchen at the moment. LOL, rain check. Yes, rain check. Look, fax us some food. Send us some food and the plates in the mail, honey. Yes.
Yeah.
But we're glad you're here listening. We appreciate you so much. Brenda Pius, hello, from Chicago.
Oh, hey.
How are you doing?
Stateside.
I need to get my passport too. COVID-19 delayed the process and it's still on my to-do list.
Keep it on your list.
Yes.
As long as it's on the list, you'll get it done.
So glad you're here, Brenda. Thank you so much. And if you want to come on and join us, please tell us where you're going. You got to get your passport, though. Well, that's what we're doing. That's what we're working on.
Work on that passport.
Yeah, Brother Hillary says, Brother Omar in the house. Welcome, powerful brother. Welcome.
Welcome.
All right, Mr. Hillary, I'm waiting on you to come on because that link is in here. So, Mr. Hillary, y'all haven't heard him, but he is just such a wise and intelligent person. So I want y'all to come on if you have any suggestions on how to talk to your children, or if you have any comments or suggestions or thoughts from yesterday's broadcast about, just so today's Wednesday is the midweek. If you have anything to talk about from yesterday's broadcast, I know that it would help a lot of people who are here. Jatan has some questions about yesterday's broadcast too. So, Mr. Hillary, if you want to come on, or anyone, Mariama, anybody from yesterday who was here from yesterday and you were part of that conversation, or if you have any ideas about the questions yesterday, that would really help. Brenda says, hey. Hey, Brenda, hey. Okay, last question. How are you guys dealing with the weight? Don't disclose publicly, but what my weight, but weight is so long it seems. Yeah, how are we dealing with the weight? And we have Amara in the background, so we're excited. We got him in the green room, so enjoy the palm wine, the fermented grapes, and the cheese we got there in the black room. So, okay, last question. No, be there. Your last question. Ask more questions. This helping us out. How are you guys dealing with the weight?
You take it as just time to keep preparing. Like the passports are going to take 3 months. What do you do in 3 months?
Yeah.
You continue to prepare and plan and get ready, because there are a lot of things that you still have to do. You got to pack, you got to sell, you got to ship, you got to store. You got plenty of things to do. You still have to communicate with your family on where you're going and how you're going to get there. Let them know how to reach you, and different things like that. You may have things you need to get settled with your family. Sell a house or rent out a house. You still have plenty of things to do. So to be honest with you, there's really no free time between now and the time you move to the continent, because you can use that time also for yourself to get yourself ready to make this move, because you're making a big journey. So I think we all forget that sometimes, that we still have to take care of ourselves during this process. We're so busy with our passports, with our visas, with where we're going, making sure we got this, we got that. But we still need to take care of ourselves.
Self-care.
Self-care. Your health is okay. Make sure your mind is okay. So just pace yourself. Don't let anybody rush you, making you move before you need to. So if somebody says, hey, you need to move tomorrow, if they're not going to see that $1 million check,
they ain't paying for no plane ticket.
They just talking.
If they ain't paying for no visa,
they just talking.
If they ain't paying for no passport,
they just talking.
If they ain't paying for the moving company,
they just talking.
So
you just need to do what's best for you.
For you.
So in your slow time, waiting on things to happen, just look at what else needs to be done. Like I said, it may be simple thing as, hey, I need to get rid of this stuff in this room. Am I going to sell it? Am I going to give it away? Am I going to donate it? What am I going to do with it? You still have to make those decisions and get those things done. Don't wait till the last minute when you're like, okay, I'm 2 weeks out. Now I need to get rid of all of this stuff. Don't put yourself in a bind like that. Pace yourself and use this free time as a time to get some things done. Because the closer you get to time to go, you don't want everything to have to be done those last couple of weeks. So take advantage of this what we call free time.
Yeah, I mean, hubby's really talked to me about not being moved, not allowing myself to be moved by other people, what other people are saying, or what other people are doing. I bless them on their journey, and I'm so awesome. You know, I think it's so awesome and amazed that we have so many people sharing their journey and how this worked for them. But at the end of the day, our journey
is our journey.
It's our journey. This is what I hear all the time.
And your journey
is your journey. And so, you know, you have this awesome blessing of having a baby that's what, 8 days old?
8 days old.
Wow.
A baby.
Look at how the universe and the Most High is working in your situation to give you as much time to take pictures with that baby, to hold your baby. And so it's a slowdown. I feel this slowdown. And so as you're feeling this slowdown, know that the Most High is giving you an opportunity for a reason. And so when that baby grows up, if nobody moves over there, watch but their baby, right? And then everybody moves, but maybe it's the baby that's making everybody move, because the baby is constantly, grandma, mama, I want to go see grandma. I want to go see grandma. Or the baby's constantly saying, you know, Africa, you know, and it's, you know, so excited about what you're doing. So we don't know who the Most High is going to use. The baby could be the thing that makes everybody come, right? So we don't know. So that's why we just allow ourselves to not get in fear, to be patient. So I meditate, I pray, I do the libations, which I have, you know, videos on that. I talk to hubby, Buddha over here. Buddha is open for consultations if somebody wants to call. But, you know, so seriously, I mean, you have to find someone. You said reach out to somebody. Reach
out to somebody to talk to if you need to share and just express some things so you don't feel overwhelmed or feeling like you have to do this all by yourself. Find somebody you can talk to. I mean, is it Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, WhatsApp. Just talk to somebody. Don't feel like you have to hold this in all by yourself, because this is a big move for everyone.
Big decision.
So share it.
Share it. Well, Amar's in the back. We want to bring him on. Hello.
Hello. How you guys doing today?
Right. How you doing?
I mean, I like you guys. I mean, everything about you guys I like, you know. I'm in sitting out there thinking, just want to let you know you guys are making the best decision. At this stage in our life, this is the best decision.
Thank you.
This is the best decision. And life is in stages. You know, when you look back, when you were young, in your teens, in your 20s, you did what you did.
Yeah.
You took it this far.
Yeah.
From here on out, it's the continent and on up. So I just want to stop by and say, you know, I'm happy for your decision. You know, I support you guys in every way. I pray for you guys. That's what I'm saying. You know, I like everything you guys are about, and safe journey. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Amara, before you go, tell us, because I saw you on Bijou Noir's channel, and this brother is amazing. Yes, he has some amazing spiritual. If you are interested in learning more about the ancestors, learning more about the spiritual world, the ancestral world, please contact Amara. It's important that we connect to our ancestral roots and the ancestral wisdom and spirituality so we can know who we are. So please, do you have a YouTube channel, Amara?
No, I don't.
You do, right? You are gonna be.
I don't.
You are gonna be on YouTube. I'm trying to get you on.
Now, why I don't want a YouTube channel is I'm just doing this out of love for y'all.
Good.
Out of love, because honestly, I've been in this country for over 20 years, and it's hard to get people to be interested in Africa. If we had what you're doing today in the 90s, life would be a whole lot better today.
It would be.
You know, it would be. You know, looking by what y'all know now, you know, you look back, you say to yourself, if I had known this 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years back, you know, I would have been out of here. You know, and that's the miscommunicate. That's the barrier between us continental Africans and y'all in the diaspora. That is lost in translation. We're trying to communicate. There's something in between.
Right.
Till now.
Right.
You know, now we all know what's going on. Now we all know, you know, the truth. And so I'm doing it basically because of you guys, out of love. You know, I love prejudice, but I don't want other people that are not this to watch my get my information.
Understood.
You see, that's why, you know, that's why I bump in Bijou Noir. I looked through all the people there, the melanin color and the diasporans, and they need. That's why I stepped in.
Wow.
You know, because all these other people, they would jump in. Like a Zambian friend of mine was telling me how the Chinese had gone in to their place, and it was some kind of leaves that they use. They just drink it. They don't make no money out of it. You just beat it up, dip it in some water, and drink it. Wow. Those Chinese guys came in and they're making billions off of that. So, you know, I don't want the information to go out there like that. I just want people of melanin color to benefit.
Understood.
That's all. That's it. That's why I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't, you know, if you guys would come to Sierra Leone when I'm over there, I'll take you around.
Hey.
Yeah. So, you know, that's all I can do. I don't like this, but because that's how these people do. You know, we got information. We sit on it. We don't turn it. They take it and turn it against us.
Yeah.
See, that's why, you know, I don't really have a YouTube channel. I just see, if I see somebody's in need, I listen and I step in.
Thank you.
You know, exactly like Bijou Noir. She was hurt. She was needing that info. I followed her a while, and after a while, I'll be like, no, I'm gonna talk to this lady.
Good.
I can't let her just keep on keeping on, trying to find information, answers. You know, that's why I stepped in that day. But I don't. Yeah, because these are the people. I'm not prejudiced. I'm just saying I love my people better.
You love your people. That's all.
I love my people better.
That's awesome.
That's all.
That's
well,
all.
Email me at MyRepatJourney@gmail.com. Maybe there will be a time when you want to share the email.
Yeah, I'll email you.
Yeah.
I'll email you personally, one-on-one. Just me and you, your husband. No, we can talk everything. We can talk for hours.
Good.
Awesome.
You know?
Awesome.
And the email address is what?
Okay.
What is it? What's the email address?
Oh, it's in the description box below, but it's MyRepatJourney@gmail.com.
Okay, I will when I get off air.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Good meeting you.
Bye, brother. I love it when we find. I mean, it's just like when you talk to people on the continent, honey, and they are amazing. You just feel like your family is just coming back. I feel like all my cousins, all my brothers, all my sisters coming back together. It's like family reunion, and I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Amara. You are amazing. I'm telling you, and I know maybe Amara needs to have private a YouTube channel and then have all of his content private just for us, because he has amazing information to share. And you know, I'm loving it. Brenda says, I was supposed to go to the Bahamas this October. I want to go to Africa, Ghana in particular, and my literary group is going to Abu Dhabi 2022.
Wow.
That is beautiful. Miss Hiller says, hey, Sister Brenda. Miss Hiller says, welcome, Aquaba. Jatan says, my other than my children, I haven't told my family yet, waiting to get closer to the move date and not prepared for a possible pushback.
I would go ahead and tell them. I wouldn't wait until the move date, because it would be too much of a shock, because they're going to be like, you could have told us this a long time ago to give us time to be prepared. It's the same approach with your children. Don't wait till the end to tell them. Tell them now. Right. Tell them so they'll have time to let it digest, to soak it all in, so they can come and ask the questions that they want to ask you. Because once you tell them, they're going to ask you a million questions. and you want to have some answers for them before you leave. So tell them now. I mean, we suggest for kids,
for kids,
6 months. 6 months or longer before you move. Let them know. Give them time to process it.
But other family members, you can wait till a month out.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can wait because sometimes they can be negative.
They can be, but it's also, I understand that. So they can be negative. That's true. But you want to let them know. And if they are negative, then you just tune them out. But you want to give them a chance to know where you're going. Because
how to reach you.
Yeah, how to reach you. That'll help you out. That'll get that stress off your back. Safe. Because evidently it's something you're concerned about because you said you're worried about what they're going to say. So I suggest tell them, so now I suggest hold on for the 2 weeks so you don't have to hear the negative stuff. So, but that's the decision you have to make.
Yeah. I hadn't told my sisters yet.
Yeah.
They'd be all right. They'll get it when I've told my children. And if they're watching, y'all don't send them the broadcast, but if they're watching, they know I love them. And so it is what it is. I'll let them know. My sister-in-law knows. So I'm sure my brother knows, but I haven't just talked to them about, and I probably will wait until at least I get my plane ticket. I get my plane ticket. All bets are off for everybody.
Oh.
So yeah, and the ancestors know. So I'm good. My beloved is working on a plan for us, and I'm ready to start the preparation, awesome, says Brenda. Woohoo! Yeah, beloved. All right now, Mr. Hillary. Keep up the good questions, strong sister Jatan Bailey. I know, right? She got some deep. Gotta make me think. Well, I'm over here, hubby and I sweating. We over here arguing. He's saying no, I'm saying yes. So all right. Global Green Book. Hello. Hey, family. I just wanted to pop and say hello on a mission. We're like the plantation. LOL. Keep up the great work, sis. Thank you.
How you doing?
Understood. Thank you. But if, I got this link up there. If you can drop in, let us know. If you can drop in, y'all, the link is up here for y'all to come in. Please, please, please come in and share. Amara shared, and we're so glad that he did. So glad that he did. Let's see. Going down. Power sessions with Natasha. Hey, everybody. Hey, Natasha. How you doing? Let us know if you guys, anyone else has children. Let us know. Thanks, Mr. Hillary. I love Mr. Amara. Hope to meet him one day. I know, right? Meeting Mr. Amara is worth the trip to go to Sierra Leone. He is deep. He has some really great knowledge about ancestral wisdom, and we need to know. That's our disconnect of knowing our spiritual African traditional religions and having that connection. And so whether we want to practice it or not, just knowing what the ancestors, some of the things that the ancestors practice is just good. It's just good. Okay. It's Hillary, Brother Mara, calling in, powerful brother and sister. Jatan, you are right. Yes. Mr. Hillary, power sessions with Natasha. Let's see. Welcome, strong sister Global Green Book. Welcome. Yes. I'm on the path right now. We'll check him out. He is amazing. He is out. Hopefully he'll come on with us, but we'll see. We'll have to see if he'll come on because he's definitely amazing. Exactly. Yes. Reginald says, glad to see you, Amara. I know. I wish Amara had stayed longer because he's been dropping that wisdom. I should have asked him more questions. Man, but you just be so excited. My tribe, Sierra Leone. Look, Sierra Leone. Speaking of Sierra Leone, we have Success Nation in the background. And so we're going to bring our sister on. Speaking of Sierra Leone, watch. Now, are you from Siberia, Leone, or Liberia? Because I get it mixed up every time.
Liberia.
Okay, Liberian, right next door.
Welcome.
So you have children, sis?
Yes, I do. I have 3. Mm-hmm.
All right. And so check out Success Nation. She has a beautiful channel. I know she did a video the other day, so we're waiting on more. So tell us, share, sweet, what you'd like to share with us.
Okay. I'm going to turn my camera off for a bit.
Oh, baby.
That's okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
We love to see baby. You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking about kids, look, they're already here.
Hey.
Yeah, I feel like it is really important to talk to your children about repatriation because of the fact that you don't want to take them off guard. You want to make sure that they too are prepared mentally that okay, we're no longer going to be here. Like I constantly tell my children we're going to go live in Africa, and I constantly play like videos of Africans in Africa, just videos of just things that they could do in Africa. So I constantly tell them like we're going to go live there, we're going to go live there, we're going to go live there. To the point that they too know that, oh, I can't wait to get to Africa. Like, make them excited. Like, make it a game or something, you know? Okay, go get it. Go tell your sister to get it, okay? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
Show.
huh?
This is a family show. You're fine.
Thank you. Yeah, so I make it where they're like to the place where they're excited. Because, you know, I tell them fun things like, guess what? You can pick a mango off the tree. Guess what? You know what I mean? Like, just those fun things that they don't get to do here. Guess what? You get to see a real bananas growing on the tree. Because over here, they don't get to see a banana. You know, they see it to the store, but they don't see, like, the whole process of everything. So I keep my children excited about that. I just constantly remind them. I constantly, like I said, once again, like the show I put on, we'll have discussions about it, what they want to do, you know? So that they can be a part of the process, because you don't want to leave them out, because, you know, they have to get detached as well, because, you know, they were born here, you know, a lot of them are raised here, you know, so leaving another continent to go to another continent is a big process. So you don't want to make your children to be off guard. Make sure you talk to them, share it with them every day, like just small clips here and there, just share it with them.
Yeah. Now, some of the videos or things that you're watching, are they some of the things on YouTube that you're watching? Can you name some of those? Because we may have some other people that
well, like, okay, well, my daughter, she's 8, so she comprehends a lot better. I've been having her to watch the whole Africa, the map of Africa, to learn the countries in Africa and stuff like that. And then we will go into details like the different countries, you know, Google it, and then we will learn about that country and how the people live. You know, we will watch the children playing. Just, you know, you just type something about Africa, and because I'm already from Africa, I also have my mom, she calls from Liberia, and my kids will get to talk to her on the, you know, on the daily or weekly. Yes, so they get to see, oh, there's grandma, she's over there. I said, yes, one day you're gonna be there with her. So, you know, just things like that, just here and there, things to just keep your children connected. Yeah, so we do a lot of African talking nowadays. We do a lot of African center talk, and the African videos, like sometimes watch the little videos on YouTube. What is the name? The Nigerian movies.
Yeah,
Nollywood.
We watch all of those.
Nollywood movies, yes, we watch those, you know, to get them accustomed to how things are over there. Even some of the repatriation people who are already made it to the continent, they make videos. I'll make my children sit and watch it, you know, see they're living in a house like this, see how they're having so much fun on the beaches and stuff like that. It makes them excited, you know, to want to be
in the whole process, so they feel like they're almost a part of it. That's good.
Yes, because you know, children like fun. If you're making fun for them, if you make it interesting enough, they will want it too. But if they don't feel like they can be connected to that, or they don't feel like it's fun, I don't want to be there. I don't want to go to Africa. There's so much ants on the ground, you know? So I just really keep them engaged in that. I keep them engaged. I talk about food a lot because my kids like food.
Right.
So, and also fun things to do. Like I will tell my daughter, like, you know how we're always in the house here in Africa? You don't have to be in the house all day. You can be outside playing all day. And she's like, really? I'm like, yes. So just small things like that, you know, small things like that. We can just walk outside. We can go walk outside. There'll be plenty of people always outside walking. Really? Yes. So they're excited. My kids are excited. But you know, it's a constant talk, like I already mentioned. So please don't leave your children out, because they are very much so important, as you are important to this, you know, this whole repatriation system, because you don't want them to feel like, and also tell them they can make friends. Like my daughter, I tell her, I said, oh my God, you're going to make so much friends that look just like you, you know, kids who have your hair, kids who have your skin, everybody have your skin, you know, and she gets excited when I share those things with her, that she's not going to just be like, you know, she don't have any friends. Matter of fact, I tell her the kids are going to come to her to make friends with her, so she don't even have to worry about, oh, I have to go to them. They will come to you because you're from America, you're from outside of, you know, Africa. They will be so interested in you. They'll be interested in you know, just how you speak as a child. They'll be interested. Yeah. So she's very much so excited. Like my daughter, my all my boys are, except for my 3-year-old, but he really don't know. You know.
Not yet. We'll go wherever you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my 5-year-old, my 8-year-old, yeah, they're pretty much on board. They can't wait. They're always asking, when are we going? And I'm like, oh, we gotta wait a little bit. We gotta get this money together.
Right. Now, do you and your children watch Akila and Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Akita, yes, that little I forgot her. Yes, Akita, yeah, my daughter loves to watch that. Yeah, that African cartoon. And I'm also having them to tune into a lot of, like, you know, Black cartoons, or, you know, like just things that have to do with them, to be so that they can be more interested in themselves. Like, what is the other show? Oh, on YouTube also, this little boy, Super Saya. He's a little Black little boy. I have them watch. Yes, and then they have some other little Black kids that I always have them engage on their channels on YouTube to watch. You know, see somebody like yourself and know that, hey, you know, we're fun people too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some really good ones to watch. That's why I wanted to ask about Akila and Me. My other one that I really like to watch is Eli TV and Rhymes. I still like TV shows.
Oh,
I
don't know about that one, but I'm gonna go look it up when I'm done.
Okay. So now talking to them. Now, have you heard them talking to each other about it?
Yes, my daughter tells sometimes too I use it as a my kids, you know how kids in America, they don't appreciate things a lot. Right. So they have a lot of toys that they don't play with. So all the time I say, I will take these toys and I will send it to Africa. And so my daughter will say, Jeremiah, you better pick up those toys and really take good care of it, because mommy's going to take it to Africa. And but when we go to Africa, we're not going to see it there. So yeah, so they talk about it where they know that, okay, we're going to be going. We know we're going to be going. And I'm like, every day, if not every day, but every week, we have a discussion in my house.
Yeah. And Mel's going to stop out. Mel's going to step out for just a minute. I tell you, as soon as we're doing something, my daughter must know we're talking about her because she's calling. So when our kids call, that's why I was looking down at first. When our kids call, our babies call, we gotta answer.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you are planning your repatriation to go back. So you planning 2021, 2022? How's it? What's your plan?
Hopefully 2021. Hopefully. Yeah. But if not, 2021 to 2022.
Okay.
It just depends on
how everything works out.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going back to Liberia, or will you go to another country? I know you have family still in Liberia.
I do, honestly. But I'm really looking into repatriating somewhere else, because I want my mother to have the opportunity to kind of like travel outside of Liberia.
Oh, wow.
Because you know how, like, you know, when you're born and raised somewhere, your mother's is there. Just, you know, sometimes you just want to come out a little bit. So I'm thinking about Senegal for now. Yeah, because, you know, it's still on the West Coast. We can still travel from Senegal to Liberia because it's all right there. So yeah, but I just want maybe my mother to have a different kind of experience. So because of that, I want to settle in Senegal, but we'll be back and forth, like Liberia, Senegal, and stuff like that.
Okay. When can you tell us a little bit about Liberia? Because there may be some people watching who aren't really sure about what country they want to go to. So do your promo for Liberia. And so, well, two things I want you to cover. Just, you know, beautiful things about Liberia, and also the this African American kind of connection between Liberia and the West, you know, the U.S. especially?
Well, I will start with that first because it's easier for me. The African American connection with Liberia is really cool because in Liberia you don't feel like a foreigner because the Liberian people are so Americanized because of the whole, you know, the whole history with Liberia being a free slave that came from America going there. So that miracle, they call it miracle Liberian. That miracle Liberian lifestyle is in each and every Liberian. So we're like Americans. We're like little Americans over there. So if somebody repatriates to Liberia, you would not feel so much out of America because there is so much of America in Liberia. The language is awesome. We speak English. You know, you will get along. You people will even speak standard English so well that you think that they've been here before, but just because once again of the history. The beaches are beautiful. Liberia has some really beautiful beaches. Liberia lands are very cheap in Liberia to own. And also, being American, being a Black American or African American, if you repatriate to Liberia, you automatically are a citizen. You don't have to fight for citizenship. So those are things that are, you know, for the diasporans who are trying to repatriate there. You have a better, you know, when it comes to citizenship, you want to become a citizen to Africa. You can, Liberia is right there. It's open, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little country.
Easy citizenship process. You were saying it's an easy citizenship process?
Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Yes, because you guys are, you know, that country is for African Americans. So when African Americans go there, you're not a foreigner. You're not considered like, you know, you consider a citizen. So you get free citizen over there so fast. And then the lands, like I said, the lands are really cheap. We have lands for like, we have $1,500 land. We have even cheaper lands if you buy it outside of the city. Just so much opportunities. Like the whole continent actually just have so much, you know, to offer. So keep Liberia in mind. The food are awesome. Liberian food are so awesome. Liberian people are very friendly. Like literally, like, you know, I'm telling you. Just like I said, just like the West Africa, the whole West Africa, you know, we're like pretty much we have things in common, you know, Ghana, Sierra Leone, right there, Gambia, all this, you know, those places right there.
And they're close, so you can travel between the two very easily.
You sure can. So for instance, if you're wanting to go to Ghana and if someone is wanting to repatriate to Ghana, but maybe you don't got the Ghana money right now, you know, you can start right in Liberia. You can get you a lane there, build you a little house, and then you can eventually you can put that house up for rent and you can move to Ghana when you know your money is built up. So there's always way to kind of like, you know, they say many ways to scam the rabbit. Yeah.
In the cat.
So yeah, you can start from one country and then you can navigate to another. You know, you don't got to stay where you originally land in Africa, but you want to land to a place where you have more, you know, more to
keep you happy and safe and just have everything that you need.
Absolutely. And one of the things I also want to say, I know that Liberia has a very bad stigma when it comes to, you know, because we had that war in Ebola. And so a lot of people, when they hear Liberia, they just think Ebola, they think the war. But, you know, just like Rwanda once had war, but they have recovered, so have Liberia. And it's very, very safe. Liberia is very safe to live into.
Hubby's back.
Yeah, so when you think about Liberia, don't think about war, don't think about Ebola, because none of those are there. It's very safe to live in Liberia. Yeah, the people are very kind, they're very sweet, the food is very amazing. The water is beautiful. Like there's so many like great things you can do there, you know.
The water is beautiful. The ocean is beautiful. Yeah.
The ocean, you know, that coastline is just breathtaking. Like, you know, that alone is a natural beauty. But also Liberia is very raw. It's very raw in the form that, you know, when they're talking about infrastructure, like China, like Kenya and you know, many of the other Tanzania, like how some of them is really, really developed because Liberia had been hit so hard, you know, we're still trying to come up, you know, so there's so many room to grow there.
So that's good. That's good to know. Well, we are so grateful that you took the time. Hubby's going to have to go back and listen to the replay about all the things you shared about Liberia.
Thank you.
Just in case someone is wondering if they should move there. So this is really, really good. Thank you. And we wish you well on your repo journey, and hug those babies for us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. All right, guys. So y'all got it. Y'all heard it. Some of the things that are amazing about Liberia. In case you haven't made your choice about what country you're going to yet, make sure that you put Liberia on your list. And if you'd like to come on and you'd like to join us, then please do click this link below so that you can join us. I'll put it back in the stream. I know sometimes it goes away. So yes, so you can come and join us and share what we're talking about today. All right, let's see. She says she got to get her passports too. Hey, I'm supposed to go to Africa. I'm just trying to catch up on where we are. Power sessions with us. Hey, everybody. All right, you got that one. Yes, I'm on my path now. We'll check him out. Amar, yeah, he's amazing. Reginald Field, exactly. Let's see. Make sure I'm going. My tribe, Sierra Leone. I love Sierra Leone and Liberia. Let's see. Jatan says they colonize, repackage, and sell it back to us or indoctrinate us to empower themselves. Absolutely. And that's something we really have to watch. You know, Amara talks about this a lot, but that's something that we really have to watch because they will resell you. And that's what's happening with the cocoa in Ghana. They, send it out as raw materials and it comes back as chocolate and it's more expensive. That's what happens with the diamonds as well. They send it out and as raw materials. And then when you come back, you can't even buy a diamond ring or barely can buy Tanzanite from Tanzania. So everybody's there coming to the continent to work on these business strategies, which we're going to talk about with Hubby one day soon, about how we can repackage our own products, package our own products and empower ourselves. And so we can, end that because it's time. My eyes are tearing up. It is, I'm starting to talk slow myself because it's very, very sad. It's quite sad. Some of the things, that we see happening. Africa is the wealthiest continent in the world. It's a continent, not just one country. And it's sad that you have countries that are trying to, recolonize a whole continent. We are the wealthiest continent, wealthiest nation of peoples in the world. And so it's time that we get our own wealth and we do what we got to do and get back to the continent real soon. Do you have any ideas for when you arrive to the continent? I plan on a reading space collecting books as we speak.
That's awesome. That's a good thing to do. A good bookstore. Just do some coffee and cappuccinos in there too, and it'll stay packed. That's late night reading.
So yeah,
that is a good idea though.
That's a very good idea. You
could have a daytime business and then a nighttime for those who like to read after hours. That'd be great with some palm wine and some soft beverages. That'd be nice.
So
we come by and visit.
Yeah, we come by and visit. We come by for tea. Yeah, we love
tea. That's also good too. Yeah.
Email me MyRepatJourney@gmail.com. And then Jatan will give me an address where she wants them sent to. All these books, y'all. We're going to start collecting books as part of our team. I mean, books for children, books for adults, books for teens. So please start collecting books. Good. And Jatan, if you'll send me an address, if people want to send books, email me at MyRepatJourney@gmail.com and I'll get that information over. Or if Jatan, you have an email and they can contact you directly that you want to share, you can share it in the comments below. Let's fill her up with books, y'all.
Books.
If you go to the library, a lot of libraries have a Friends of the Library or books where you can get good books at garage sales, really good books. You can get books at the Friends of the Library when they have their sales and they're selling their books for really cheap, a quarter, dime. Start collecting these books and let's fill Jatan up with books. Now, Jatan, where are you going? Are you going to Gambia or are you going to Ghana? I can't remember now. But what are we going to do when we go? What do we plan on doing when we go to the continent? We're still planning.
Still in the planning stages. Got a few things that we're thinking about. So as we get a little bit more information and a little more research, then we'll be able to tell you what we're going to be looking at doing. But right now, we're still planning. Like I said, there are a couple things that we're kind of focusing on.
International export, import.
Yeah, that's one. And then we're also looking at the real estate piece and agriculture.
Right.
So those are the top three things that we're looking at right now, but something else may pop up. So we're going to push those three, we know for sure. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah. And our, plan, our goal is wherever we are to do a repat house. And so I don't know right now if that repat house will have housing for people to stay or if it'll be more of a resource for people to come and connect and to get the information that they need, just to be a sort of a place and a space for us that's safe for people to come and get the information that they need, gather, and connect together so we can stay connected. And so I love the reading space. I was thinking about having a library and doing some other things like that so that people can come. We know we're going to have agriculture because that's just a part of what we do. We have, a farm now, so we know we're going to do agriculture, and we're kind of winding down on that. Because we know we're, moving, but we'll be doing agriculture as well. But exports and imports, Milton mentioned yesterday, sunflower oil. That was something that's really important. Of course, I'm really interested in palm wine. But, honestly, seriously. And, I love earrings and jewelry and purses and bags. Hubby was encouraging me yesterday to still continue to do, some of the fashion stuff that I love. So that'll be a part of it as well. So it's open. But the repat house is one of the big things that we're working on. And that's one of the big things we're raising money for so that when we go, we can kind of hit the ground running on that. Find some, opportunities to look at real estate. So when he mentions real estate, look at some real estate for housing, to do some rental houses, but in commercial properties, but also look at a space so we can have sort of our home base to run our business out of, our media company, and to have a repat house so people, when you guys come, you have a place to come, you have a place to land, a place to ask questions. That's, we're there and we can answer questions. We can help you through things, as much as we can. So those are some of our plans now. It's funny, you get to the continent and there's so many beautiful things. So we're open to seeing other things unfold and how that's going to, unfold. And so we're just excited. We are excited. Jatan says, I plan on telling them after the first visit. After the first visit, you're going to tell your family. After the first visit in 2021. Girl, do what you got to do. All right. Karima says, I fell asleep, family. Don't tell nobody that we didn't put you to, we didn't do it. It was the palm wine. All right. We're planning to leave the UK in the near future. All right. She's planning to leave in the near future. You want to come on and talk to us about that, Mariama? My bracelets are just jingling. You want to come on and talk to us about that? Come on. I left the link below. You can come and share. We'd love to hear it. Strong Sister Success Nation in the house. Facts, what she's saying, right? Facts. Yes, sis, we must have a program for our children. Educational videos show them the beauty. All my children are adults, and they have been to more countries in Africa than me. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, wow. Abby says, hey, hi, y'all. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome, Strong Sister A. This is the link if anybody else wants to come on and join. Green Global Green Book says now researching Liberia.
Good.
Yes, a lot of connection between Liberia and the United States. So, and even if you look at their flag, very similar. 16 watching, 19 likes. Thank you, family. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Mr. Hillary. Appreciate you. SYNOLVE, have you guys figured out where you're going when you want to live? We have narrowed it down to 3 countries, Abby. We've narrowed it down to Ghana, the Gambia, and Tanzania. Right. And we had thought of, Liberia and Sierra Leone were both on the list. And so we had to sort of navigate some of the things that we had on the list. And so, and it was hard to do, but we plan to visit Sierra Leone and we plan to visit Liberia as well. So, but that's our 3: Ghana, Gambia, and Tanzania. And so we're just sort of sticking to those for right now, but I love Liberia, and it's hard to move any of the 54 countries off the list. It really is just hard because they're all just so beautiful. They're so beautiful, and there's so many things there. But when we were looking at Ghana, we love Cape Coast, we love Kumasi. So those were some of the places that we are looking at. So now, Jatan says, we're going to work it out. The pendulum of justice always swings toward the righteous. Come on here in this house. Come on. It always, it rights itself. And so we are protected and we're going to be just fine. Lavecchia, hello. How are you doing? Aquaba. Late, but you here. Honey, you here on time for the church service with the African. You here right on time. You know how we do. We work it, but we work it. We get it in, we get it done. All right, so let's go back. Where are we, Milton, on our list? Let's go back to our sharing so we can share these
points about how to talk to your children.
Yeah, points about how to talk to our children.
All right, we're here to listen.
Okay, you want to do that?
That's yours. Talk about yourself. I'll talk about the time.
Okay, so listening. So on our list is listening. One of the things I had to do when I first started talking about going to the continent, our son was here. He's in Boston now, and so I had to have this conversation. I was having this conversation with him. Oh, I'm excited to go to the continent, and he looks at me like, I'm like, Evan, okay. So he's looking at me. And he said to me that I needed to get over having an idealized view of the continent. And I was like, huh? What you talking about? I'm mature. I'm an adult. I'm 50. We talk about an idealized view. I don't have an idealized view of the continent. I know where, I know about the continent. I researched. He was like, Mom, no. Everything on the continent is not apples and candies and peaches and palm wine. Like, yeah, all of it's not. So he's like, Mom, there are some good and some bad. And so he shared with me and his dad about a person that he had met, and they shared some of the good and the bad about Africa. And so he said, look, I'm going to give you some countries where you should go, where you should think about going to. And so Sierra Leone, Liberia were on the list. He really wanted us to go to Sierra Leone and Liberia. And then he was like, okay, so you could go to Kenya, Tanzania, or Ghana. So he, those were his approved lists. And I was like, well, look, because at first I was like, well, just give me some names of some places you think we would go. Since he's like, Mom, you all are suburban. You all, have a certain lifestyle that you're accustomed to. He was like, and I don't see y'all, I don't see you changing. And I was like, I can make it. You don't know. He's like, y'all suburban. Yeah, you are not urban people. So I, had to take that under consideration that at 50, I am set in my ways. We are set in our ways, and we have a suburban kind of idea. So roughing it is probably not going to be the best for us. Although I grew up in Mississippi, so I understand dirt roads and I understand electricity going out. I do understand that. And so that's not a problem for me. I'm just going to get me a generator. But at the same time, I really had to take under consideration what he was saying. Not to have this beautiful, idealized, perfect view of Africa, to take the good with the bad, and the bad with the good, and the good with the bad, and just be okay. He told me about, some of the things like having to, pay people, if I get stopped by the police or, whatever, that we might have to pay some,
Grease some palms.
Grease some palms. He told me about that. Just a lot of, little things. And so I had to listen. And at first, when he was telling me that, I was like, I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know whether to be mad. I didn't know whether to be, like, who I'm the adult here, right? I am the adult. I know I am fine. But I had to really take a step back and listen to my son, who is much younger than I am. And so he told me, don't think everything is going to be perfect. Be careful when you're choosing a country to choose a country that's right for you. Don't over idealize Africa. Look at both the political and the cultural practices. And so when we started looking at Africa and even our plans now, they are very much shaped by a 22-year-old. Really, they're shaped. He provided countries, like I said, that he thought would be friendly, or U.S. friendly for us, or friendly for suburbanites and for people, who would be moving to the continent. Everybody's going to have a different thing. My daughter could probably, backpack it and, be fine, but my son was concerned about it.
Yeah, those are some of his biggest concerns as well. So that was good that he was able to share them with us, because we needed to hear his concerns, things that are making him hesitant on whether or not he's ready to make the move. So listening to your kids is very important. They will say things that, like I said, you may forget to even think about.
Right.
You're so caught up in the moment. Hey, I'm ready to move. I'm so excited. Wait a minute. Think about where you're going. Think about the culture. Think about some of the things that go on there that you're not aware of. How are you going to make the adjustment? Those things, you don't think about at the moment because you're so caught up in the mood. So when he shared those things, I mean, they were hard to hear. But as we began to just let them digest, they made a lot of sense.
Made a lot of sense.
A lot of sense.
He was very concerned about my mouth. Be honest with you, he was, because I'm very outspoken when it comes to the little man in the political house up there, right? He was very concerned about me because I am on Facebook. I am very political. We have a whole group, Your Voice, Your World. I'm very vocal about. I did not watch the debates last night. Hubby did, but I've kind of checked out on some of that. But I'm very vocal about that, right? Very, very vocal. And so he was concerned that the political climate of Africa in certain countries would not vibe with my activism and my strong, especially even as a woman, my strong political views, and my strong need or desire to be a part of a political conversation. So he has warned me and made me encourage me, but made me research some of the things politically that were happening in some countries. Also, because I have a YouTube channel, he was very concerned that not every country is open. And if you've seen videos by Walter Maya, you've seen him, of course, be arrested or pulled over by the police in different countries for videotaping. So this is a real concern, guys. And so he was concerned that me going out in public, videotaping the way that I would want to do, that may not be something that's welcome in all countries. And so he just really shared that with me and had a real deep conversation. And I don't think I was ready for it, but it was needed. I needed to hear that there were some things that I needed to consider and I need to change. Because he would always say, I don't want to be, I don't want to get the call that you all have been scooped up in the middle of the night. And that's like a real thing in some countries. And so that's why, we really had to take a step back because I had this idealized view of Africa. And I wasn't really thinking about the political climate. I wasn't thinking about, I have a whole video that I did on that, right? It's a reaction video to I'll link it below, to response video to a question, amazing question that the African Tigress did about what the things you need to know before you move. And the impetus for that video was African Tigress's question and my son, Evan, really coming to me saying, Mom, you need to, if y'all are really going to make this move, I'm concerned about you. And I really need y'all to think. Another thing he really was concerned about was health because we've both been sick over the past year, and he was concerned about our health, and he wanted to make sure that we were going to a country that had a fully developed medical system. And I know that having medical hospitals are all across Africa, but he was concerned that we really went to a country where if we needed, the older that we got, that we would have the access to the medical care that we needed.
Exactly. That's very important. Make sure that you're going somewhere where you can still have the resources
that you need
to be okay. Don't just go somewhere and say, "Oh, I'll wing it. I'll make it work." No, make sure the country that you're going to has the things that you need. So make sure you do that as part of your preparation check before you go where you're going.
Right. All right. Now, anybody who wants to come on, please. I know Rebecca, you're here. Please share. I've shared this link. Click on this link, and you can come on, like Success Nation and Amara, and you can share with us. All right. Any questions on that? If anybody has any questions on that, type it in below. Let's see where we are. Late, but you here. Yes, Aquaba family. So glad you're here, Lavecchia. Jatan says, I realized through
watching YouTube videos to let go of an idealized Africa. That being said, I can in good conscience stay here. I'm open to another way of living. Done enough of this way to last a lifetime. Understood. Time to go.
It's time to go. Yes, Aquaba, thank you for that. And it's measured. So that you're that you got to have some real honest conversations with yourself and do your own research, right? But that doesn't keep you from going. If you knock something off the list, one off the list, then you just add something else, right? Add another, because there is a country in Africa that is right for you.
Always.
Yeah, it's 54. I'm sure you can find somewhere. Miss Hillary says 15 watching, 22. Hit 22 likes. Hit the like button, fam. Hit the like button. As you come in, hit the like button. The ancestors ain't brought me this far to let me go. And that's what we gotta hold on to.
Yeah, that's true.
Jatan, that's just the truth. You said something right there. It is, that's what we have to hold. They brought us this far, and they didn't bring us this far to leave us, right? Right. Hi, how are you, Bo? Hey, Kwame, how are you? All right, if you want to join the stream, Mr. Hillary, if you want to join the stream, Kwame, Lavecchia, anyone who is here, please, Global Green Book, Abby A, anyone who is here, if you want to come on and join the conversation, just click that link, and you don't need any software or anything. Just click that link and come on in. Hello, everyone. All right, so Milton.
All right, so one of the important things about talking to your children that we kind of touched on a little bit earlier is timing. When do you tell your children about you considering moving? Well, when do you tell your children that you're going to move to the continent? A lot of people have different approaches, as we've discussed a couple here already. But I suggest that you tell them in enough time to give them time to process it. I am one who doesn't believe in being told something at the last minute. Now, everybody may be different. For some people, 2 weeks, 2 days is the best approach for your family. If that's the case, then you do that. But I think it's fair for you and for the other people to give them time. I would say 6 months to a year to process the fact that you're moving to another continent, and you're not coming back for a long time. Because it's not just about you, it's also about them too. Because people have feelings too. They may not express them all the time, but you will be missed and people will think about you. So you give them the time that they need to process, because they'll come back to you within that time frame. Let's say 6 months. Within those 6 months, I guarantee you that they will come back to you and ask you questions about where you're going. Tell me a little bit more about this place. Tell me why you're moving there. And maybe, you know what, that conversation may convince them that they need to consider moving to the continent. So don't deprive them of hearing the great things that you're getting ready to go into, because those words may be something that they need to hear to fully understand why you're doing what you're doing.
And maybe even give them an idea to go.
Make them an idea to go. So don't be afraid to share it earlier than later, because they need time to process. Now, for children, they need a lot of time to process, because kids are fickle in so many different ways. Because they like to go and, well, Mama, I learned about Africa in school. You have to sit down and tell them something new about Africa at the house. So you don't want to make that the last minute thing before you go, because it's going to be too overwhelming to them. Because they're going to be trying to say, well, I learned this, but now you told me this. And they don't have time to make the difference. Processing what you're saying. So give them time to do what they need to do to process. Be fair to you, be fair to them. And some people, like I said earlier, they want to wait till the last minute, and they have their reasons for that. But sometimes those are some family members
you just can't talk to right now.
You don't need to talk to them, don't want to talk to them. So it's like, hey, whether they know or they don't, it really makes me no difference. I'm going to tell them on my way out. You do that.
Yeah. But
that's for older adults. But for children, I wouldn't suggest that. I suggest you give them time to process and do what they need to do. Now, SYNOLVE has suggested a few channels with families that have kids that you could just go look at. And one is Expat Life in Ghana. It's a good resource. And another resource is Black Acres of the Gambia and Blackson. All of these families have children. So you can kind of go and watch a little bit of them to see their story.
Ask them questions.
What did they do to get their children prepared to move to the continent? And they should be able to give you some good insight, because I think a lot of them have smaller and younger children. You know, like
we do. Ours
are adults. We have adult children, so they can basically, they're independent, so they can do for themselves.
They live on their own.
So they're not depending on us to support them while they're here, so they can stay here and be okay. So, but it's still having that conversation, laying it all out, being totally open and honest about everything. Don't hide anything. Like what Evan shared, what she said about listening. These are some things you need to be aware of before you move to the continent. That was some great advice, because we need to hear that. And we've heard some of the similar stories watching other YouTubers.
Right.
We heard one other day about padding the pockets and all of that. I mean, I'm just itching for that. I tell my wife, you need to keep some money in your pocket at all times, because we never know where we're going to be at or what we're going to be doing. But timing for me, better now than later. For some, later is better. So you have to find out which one works best for you. But allow people time to process and allow them to be part of your journey if they choose to do so. And they may be supportive. They may go and research some things from you that you missed and say, hey, look, I know you're moving to Ghana. Have you considered what they're doing over there with the Naira? You know, we're getting more money for it now. And you're like, oh, okay, thank you for sharing. Because you'll be surprised how much people become nosy when you tell them you're going to do something. So that's my take on it. I think it's best to do it better now than later. But you have to do, like we said, what works best for you in that situation.
Now, Milton, is now a good time to move kids over, considering their their schedules are already kind of disrupted with COVID. It's now a good time. They're at home already. I say yeah, because they're already disrupted. So you won't be pulling them out of school.
Yeah, they won't be missing their friends as much because they don't see them anyway.
Right.
So this is not a bad time because it's all new, and they'll be going somewhere new. So you just bring what you're doing over to your new continent. So now it's not a bad time to make that move right now.
Right now. All right. So Lavekia is in the black room. As I said, I hope she's enjoying the palm wine and the wine and cheese. So we're going to add her to the stream so she can share what it is. Unmute yourself so you can share what it is you'd like to share. Hello.
Hi. Hi, family. Aquava, how are you doing?
I love the earring.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's my favorite color, yellow.
Thank you so much. And you both are beautiful, and your spirits are touching. And I wish you the best on your journey.
Believe it. And you too as well. I know you got big plans over there.
Yeah, well, we're on that extended plan. So, and that's, we're working to get the kids ready. We have a 10-year-old, and then we have a 19-year-old that's in college. And so, yeah, it's we're trying to reprogram their minds and give them the real perspective of Africa and what it's like, different from what we grew up being told and what we knew. So, we're trying to do visits to different countries until we're actually ready to make the journey. Because right now, we're of course not retirement age, and we want to make sure we have that plan in place, and not have to come back.
Wow.
So we're making, we're doing a plan where it's a little bit longer. We're both government employees, and we want to make sure, we secure our pension, and we want to make sure we have that residual income coming so that, if, things go haywire, we're able to stay and stay for the long haul, until we're ready to transition.
There you go.
And, so yeah, we're, and those YouTube pages that you mentioned, those YouTubers, and that's what I've been doing. I've been, I have my daughter, I have my son, if my son, of course, he's busy with college and he's like, Mom, I'm overwhelming everybody in my house, including my husband. And I'm taking your notes from last night. And I'm like, okay, he walked in today. I said, okay, I'm not going to hit you with a
no
break.
So, but he's listening. He'll be in the kitchen. I'll have a YouTube video on, but I won't tell him you need to come and sit down and watch this. And he'll come to me later on. He's like, hey, what were they talking about? What was that video? And he'll go back and he'll watch stuff. And so, honestly, everything started with us actually in 2019, when the federal government shut down.
Wow.
And we had a lot of time at home, kind of stuck, couldn't go anywhere because the kids were still in school. And I just came across a YouTube video, and I don't even remember how it came to me, but divine intervention. And I watched one YouTube video, and I was like, actually, the YouTubers, it was native born. And there was this family from Connecticut with 5 young kids, and they left and they moved to Ghana. And I started watching, and I just binge watched every video. I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I've never seen, and I'm like, beaches. Oh my God. They were showing just nature, just beautiful. I mean, everything just beautiful. And from then on, I just have started finding all YouTube videos that I can find with people that are there showing different countries, and whatever country I feel like I'm interested in, I'll go and find YouTube videos and just start watching to see. And then like Wode Maya, and so and it's like every video leads me to another one. And it leads me to someone else, and it gives me a different perspective on, traveling with kids, or if I retire and my kids are out, if it comes to that point where their kids are not with us, just different things. And it's just, and then when I found Zakisha Brown's music, I would put it on in the car, and me and my actually last weekend, my daughter and I were just riding. She put it on repeat. She was like, "Repeat." I said, "You want to hear it again?" She said, "Yes, mommy." I love fufu because we started taking them to African restaurants here in Virginia. We're in Northern Virginia, and so there are a lot of restaurants and people, and a lot of people from different, African countries are here. And she interacts with them when they were in school. I interact with a lot of people through work. And so it's just, it's helped to open our eyes to to realize that we've been lied to for so long.
Wow. So long.
And I'm like, and that my biggest regret, I tell my husband, I said, my biggest regret was I didn't know this years ago. I wish I had known this years ago. And I just feel like, the time is now, and we're just going to plan, and we're going to have everything ready. If something should happen and we have to execute that plan early, so be it.
Yeah. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. So you all will visit 2021.
Well, my daughter asked, because she asked, could we go? She's like, "Mommy," because instead of giving them gifts and stuff at Christmas years ago, I started saying, you don't need anything. All this stuff is just a waste of money. I want you to have an experience. I want you to have memories. I want to build memories. And so we started, taking a trip around Christmas instead of buying gifts. And so last year we were in Jamaica. And so this year I'm like, well, COVID. I was like, oh my gosh, I had everything planned for us to take a trip for Christmas, but COVID. And so she's like, "But mommy, I see people on YouTube are still going to Jamaica."
Go on.
So I told her, I said, "Well, you know what?" I said, "They have beaches just like this in Tanzania. They have beaches just like this in Ghana." I said, "You can see you watch the videos, you see they have just about the same, environment, the vibe. A lot of the things look the same." I said, "So why don't we go somewhere we haven't been? And this can be your first year of having that experience on the continent."
Oh, wow.
So we're looking at, trying to go to Tanzania for Christmas.
Awesome.
Through New Year. So that's what we're hoping, and I'm just my son, my 19-year-old, he's actually he goes to FAMU. And he's applied for a fellowship. And yes, you're 11. I'm sorry. She just walked in. She's, "I'm not 10, I'm 11. As of Monday. Sorry.
Happy birthday.
So he's applying for a fellowship to be to study Swahili in Tanzania. I'm like, people say Tanzania. So we're waiting to see if he gets that, and we're hoping that it falls around the same time.
Wow.
So yeah, so their perspective has changed on a lot of things, and they're open, and like I told him, I said, I was always told, get that job, stick with that job, do that job. And I'm trying to instill in them entrepreneurship.
Good.
And so I told them, I said, have your own business, have your own, so you're not stuck or feel stuck somewhere, and you're able to go and be free and do the things you want to do.
So how was that initial conversation that you had with your children when you first told them, "Mama wants to move to the continent"?
Oh gosh. "Mommy, what's wrong with you?"
So how did you get them on board?
I just started watching the videos, and like they would just walk through, and they would see me watching the videos, or I would just put something on, and they were like, "What's that? Where is that?" I said, "Guess where it is." And they would, we would just turn it into, I was like, "Oh, look at this. Well, guess where this is?" I was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, exactly." So, and honestly, I think by them, my daughter, actually both of them being in schools where they're around there are so many kids and families that are here in this area that are from the continent, and they make friendships and have conversations with them. Because my daughter, she actually, one of her best friends at school is from Ghana.
Wow.
And she was telling her about when you go to the restaurant, that's who told her, when you go to the restaurant, don't use the utensils. You should eat fufu. You eat it with your hands. And so they taught her how to. So when I took her to the restaurant the first time, the guy that worked at the restaurant, he was like, do you want utensils? And she's like, no. She looked at him like, no, why are you asking me that? You have to eat fufu with your hands.
That's awesome.
That's cute.
So how's the conversation been with your other family members? Have you shared with them that you're moving up?
I shared with my sister. I have one sibling. And yeah, it was like, what are you thinking? And so I told her, I said, okay, well, what I'm going to do, since I know you're not ready to hear this right now, I'm just going to send you links to different YouTube videos because I know what you're thinking. And unless you see it yourself, then your mind won't change unless you actually see it. So I just started sending her links. And she's like, okay, I see what you're saying. It is beautiful, but I don't know. I said, okay, no problem. I said, everybody's not going to want to go. And I understand that and I respect that. And I actually told my mom, and I was shocked at her reaction. And she was like, when are we going? And she's retired. She said, I never thought anybody in our family would want to go, overseas or to Africa. She said, but I know you guys, me and my husband were in the military. And she was like, I know you guys are adventurous and you'll go anywhere. So she's like, I know it'll be a good time if we go.
We go.
Yeah. She's like,
that's awesome.
And that's pretty much it as far as the extent of because I know who I can and can't share things with. And I know and like my husband, he told me, he's like, these are not conversations you're going to be able to have with everybody because everybody's not going to be open to it. And I told him, I said, there may be, when that time comes, that may be one of those things where we just have to show them and just say, hey, if you're welcome, the door's always open if you ever want to come.
Yeah. Just show them. That's what youth having fun, all this beautiful food.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Show them. So, you gotta be the show me state. Look, we all gonna be from Missouri in a minute.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Now, you and your hubby, are you all going to come and join us for the live for the couples on Saturday to be a part of the panel?
Yeah, we sure will. I wasn't sure. I read and I was like, well, maybe she was just saying it's going to be live. Maybe she. And he was like, well, find out. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Because I asked him, I said, do you have anything planned for Saturday at 1:00? And at first he's like, why are you asking?
So,
but yes, we will.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. So y'all look forward to that. LaVecchia will be in the house. And if any of you all are listening and you're here, you want to be a part, please, email me at MyRepatJourney@gmail.com and you all can join the stream.
Awesome.
And you can be a part of the broadcast on Saturday. We're going to have some fun. We love you, sis.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Milton, you spoke to him. he actually, he's like, did you hear that? Did you hear what he said? I said, I know.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's bearing our souls because it was at first like, I don't know if this is gonna be we may be too real.
No, it's great. And honestly, like I said, I told my husband, I said, because it actually kind of had gotten to the point where I had got into like a panic mode of we need to plan now. And hearing the two of you talk, it calmed me down. It really did. And I told my husband, I was like, okay, I understand. I know we got to stick to the plan. I know we got to stick to the plan.
We're going to get out.
We'll get there.
We're going to get there. It's going to get there. We're going to get there. And they're going to be there with us waiting for those beaches and that good food.
Yes, the sunshine. I can't wait for constant sunshine.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem. Take care.
We're excited to meet him on Saturday, and we're excited. We love you just like, you are family, and we love you guys. So can't wait till we can really hug your neck for real.
I know. I can't wait. I can't wait to have interaction with people again.
Beautiful. Well, bye, sis.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's so sweet. Lavecchia is awesome.
That was awesome.
Isn't that awesome? See, that's why y'all come on, so we can see you. We can see who you are, and you can talk to us. We can talk to you, and the family gets to know you. Look, yes, Lavecchia was awesome, and I can't wait for Saturday to come. I cannot wait for Saturday to come. Let's see. 15 watching, 22 likes. Let's see where we are. Kwame is back from his nap. Hello, Brother Kwame. Look, that's what I'm talking about. Look, take that nap, Kwame, and let the video play. That's what I'm talking about. Turn the sound down, let the video play. Yes. Hello, brother. I consider myself politically active as well. Says, how do you resolve your political activism with the political climate in some countries in Africa? I wonder about that sometimes. Yeah. Well, what I decided was that I like life more. I like to be alive and eat food on this top side, right? I don't know what the ancestors are doing down there. I do leave out dinner or food from them from time to time on my ancestral altar, but I like top side stuff, right? I like to cook my own. So I've just reconciled within myself that I can say this now, but let's see when I get to the conference. I'll be power to the people. I'll be leading the revolution, y'all. But for now, what I've decided to do is that longevity has its place. And so what I'm going to do is continue to do YouTube. So I'm continuing to build it up and to continue to use my voice this way. Now, I do know even in some places you hear interesting things that are happening with women. And so I've just decided, because, one of the things, even though Tanzania is on our list, how they dress very conservatively. And I'm a conservative person, but very, all the, so conservative. And I was watching in Uganda, about some of the bowing to the men, and I bow to hubby. But hubby bows back. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just going to have to live my life. I'm going to have to use my activism in a way that's beyond my voice and living my life. So I'm already planning, like, if we were to go to Tanzania, for example, outfits that are conservative but still me, because these old mama, grandmama, great grandma dresses, I can't do all of that. I'm unable. So I'm gonna she ain't able. So I'm gonna have to mix myself into whatever culture I go into. And for example, with Tanzania, I was looking at some of the fashion designers. So I said, oh, well, maybe that's something I'll connect with. So I can still have my voice in a way, but one of the things that I'm learning that I'm gonna do is to release the anger of America. When I'm going to go, and I've been using this time, you asked about what to do with this time to have peace in this moment. I'm going to use this time to heal, and I've been using this time to heal all of the stress and the anger and the hurt and the pain that really pushed me to have to be this strong warrior at all times in America and use my voice, and you bet not. And okay, and to lay that down and release it, because you really can, bring and get more things accomplished with humility and with grace and diplomacy. So I'm trying to add those things into my arsenal now, so that when I go to the continent, those things that I might want to accomplish to help women, right? To end whatever genital mutilation and whatever the case may be. In the Gambia, for example, they're having a difficult time with women dying in childbirth. So whatever I would decide and whatever country I go to that I might want to lend my spirit to, I am coming to this knowledge and understanding that my activism does not always have to be with my voice. It can also be with my giving. It can be with my loving. It can be with my healing, with me sitting with babies and with bringing food or bringing clothing to people who may need it or just who need me to just sit with them and hold their hands for a moment. So I'm trying to allow the ancestors and allow the Most High to speak to me about other ways so I don't take the angry black woman from America there, but I understand that I'm on the continent now and I have to act within a different way accordingly. I can still get things accomplished, but I need to pull back and find different routes of access to getting those things accomplished that I want to accomplish. And so that's how I'm approaching it. We have that was a good question, Jatan. Very good question, very deep. Thank you. We have Global Green Book Miss Kiss in the house. She's in the black room. Yes. Sipping and eating that cheese and grapes, honey. So we're gonna bring her on in to the stream. Welcome.
Greetings, and I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I just got off the plantation.
Aren't you beautiful? I love the colors.
Oh yes, I have to be comfortable, but I was listening to you all while I was working. I'm about to hop on to my second job. It's like right now is the time to put the grind in.
Now,
and the social life is put on the shelf, and so just planning, organizing, staying focused, and speaking life over what you're going to do.
Right.
Yes. Speaking life.
Yeah.
Positive.
So, because and what I realized, the more things that more obstacles that get in your way, the more you know you're right on the right path, because that's when the enemy's going to start trying to like put them roadblocks in, and you just got to keep it going.
Stick to the plan.
Yep, stick to the plan. And that's the thing. What I've learned from before, when you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So just actively keep that plan going. And, it's going to keep changing. It's going to morph and keep morphing. But I just wanted to come on and say I've been listening, but I got to get on the road to do my next job.
Thank you for being here. You have adult children as well.
I sure do. I have 3.
Okay.
I have 3. The youngest is 19 and the oldest is 28. And, pretty much all their life they've been hearing me talk about repatriation. But, as fear has a way, and like I said, of stopping you. But what I've learned now, and it's easier when it's you by yourself and I don't have those worries of the little ones and doing it by myself. I'm just kind of like, Mama's about to do this move, and my kids are like, okay. Because it's not, they've been hearing it for 28 years, pretty much all their lives. So, yeah. So now it's no surprise. My entire family is no surprise to anyone that I'm talking about. It's time to go.
Wow. Well, have no fear for those of you who are watching the broadcast. Kiddis will be on with us next week. Will be on with me next week. You're sending me this either going to be next week or the first or the second week in October. So have no fear.
I believe it's the second week, because I'm jam packed. Like I'm doing I'm filming it's American Islamic Museum, so I'm going to be doing that. And I'm taking my gun classes on, so I'm gonna be joining you all after I take my gun class. That's what I've been focusing on. I have some videos I'm gonna pop up on that, but I've been learning how to shoot the Ruger 1022, the Glock. It's like two machine guns, so I'm learning. So I want to know how to handle myself, especially going on a continent and by myself. I don't want to be fearful of any weapon. I already know how to handle the machete, so we got to learn them weapons, even as women.
That's a good
As
class.
well.
Self-defense. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I was talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
So have no fear. She will be on the second week to talk more.
Yeah, and I'm just so happy I met you, SYNOLVE. I feel like you and I are like good girlfriends. I'm like, I'm gonna have to come down to Tennessee just to come see you before you
Oh,
go.
man.
I feel that way
man.
too. When you were talking to me, I was like, I know her. Like, but I was like, but I don't know the name Kiddish, but I know her. James. So I do feel that way as well. Hug, sis. I can keep you all day, so I'm gonna let you go. I know.
Yeah, I gotta get on the roads, but I wanted just to hop on and just, let y'all know I'm always listening. I may not always chat, but I'm always listening.
And thank you for your gift yesterday. We looked that up, and it was like 4,000 T-shilling. Girl, we rich. Honey, we rich.
I'm so happy I was able to be your one of your first super chat. Like, God willing, one day my channel would get there. But we got to keep putting out that information that's going to help others. So that's the goal, to keep putting the information that's out, and people are going to receive it. That's it. All right, and keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you guys.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Oh, that's so sweet, y'all. That's so sweet. Thank you to her, Tamara, Jatan. Thank you so much. And to Lavecchia, thank you so much for your super chats. You guys have blessed us. Thank you for everyone that has donated. Thank you for to all of you all who are my moderators. Thank you to Mr. Hillary and to Karima. Thank you to all of you all who are my moderators, because you all help. Thank you for showing up and for liking the broadcast and sitting here and listening and going to sleep and still listening. We just appreciate you so much. We appreciate you so much. Jatan says, I appreciate Mr. Milton's points regarding giving your fam some time, young or old, to process your decision. They do deserve that, even if there's pushback. The final analysis. I do love that.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, that's sweet. And she's a sweetie. Yeah, I can't sleep, family. You bet. You loved us too much. You know you can't leave. Jatan, in my most African accent, where is these palm wine and cheese you speak of, Auntie? Woo! Yes, we send it out in the mail. That's gonna be one of our first things that we look at. Exporting and importing. Yes, that's like export import right there. But it's in the black room. You got to come in the black room, and then it's a virtual thing. You got to come in the black room, and then you can partake. Auntie, yes. Where are you going? Are you going to Ghana? Because it's definitely in Ghana. It's definitely in Ghana. Golden Mile was over there with the people who were making some, but I think they have it in Gambia and Tanzania, all over Africa. Mr. Hillary, LOL. 18 watching, 26 likes. We love y'all. Woohoo, Mr. Hillary. Very well, family. Thank you, kindly. Mr. Hillary is always well. Vecchia, Green Book. The hubby is keeping us all. Is keeping all of us weapon trained. Oh, good. Yes, we got to get some weapon training. That's what we got to add to our list.
Add that to our list.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. It has been a good discussion. I listened intently.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
that. Thank you so much. Your wrap up, Milton. What did you have? You had a few. He had a few more things.
Yeah, the last thing that we wanted to really just hit was decision making. Allow your children, young adults, to be part of the decision making process, because you have to be mindful of the fact that they are also moving too. It shouldn't be just about you. It's about the whole entire family. Allow them to have their inputs, their thoughts, their suggestions, and take them under consideration. Mm-hmm. They have to feel like they're a part of this process, or they won't be on board. Because if they don't feel like it's something that they want out of, we all need to get something out of the move. It shouldn't be just what you want. They should have the right to say what they think. They should have the right to suggest the countries that they want to go to. They should have the right to suggest the cultures that they like, the languages that they want to learn. So be open to that and come together as a family to have a group decision-making process. It's not just about one person making all the decisions. It's about the entire family making the decision together.
So Things to consider discussing: language.
Mm-hmm. Be sure to talk about the different languages. Some people can speak Twi. Some may
Swahili.
want to speak Swahili. So it all depends.
Now that depends on where you want to go.
Depends on where you want to go. The language could be the decision maker.
And so if you're trying to learn the language, Resplendence Language Arts with Shayla, I recommend her. I vetted her. And so I also have talked to her on the broadcast as well. You can go check that video out. She has a center that's online, it's virtual, and you can come and take classes. The people who teach the classes are actually locals. They're residents who actually live in the country. So she has, if you're going to speak Twi, there's a professor from Ghana who is trained and has the degrees and to be able to teach. If you want to speak Swahili and Wolof Mandika, like she has people from the Gambia who are teaching. She has people from Kenya who's doing Swahili. So yes, and Swahili is a lot of different countries. We covered that yesterday, including there's Luganda in Uganda, but there's it's spoken all over Africa, including Tanzania and Kenya as well, but the Congo, lots of other countries. The climate.
Know where you're going.
Is it hot or cold?
Hot or cold, rainy season. And think about that. We have rain in the States, but we don't have rainy seasons that last for a couple of months. So be mindful of that. That's going to be a new experience for you guys. Hey, it's still raining. It's still raining. Just have to be aware of that. So when you choose where you go, so just be mindful of the climate that's going on around you.
Yes, it is. It's important to be sure because it snows in the mountains in Kenya. So be aware. And even in Arusha in Tanzania, there is it's cold. It's colder. So just be aware of where you're going. And I was watching Dr. Mumbi Saraki, and she had on full winter clothes, right? Because it's winter. It would be rainy season there. It's winter in Africa. And then she was like, it's cold here. So, don't think that all of Africa is hot. But as you get closer to the equator, of course, in some West African countries, it is going to be hot. But just be aware. Yeah. Laws and rules.
Yes, study the laws and rules of the country in which you're going to. Find out who the president is. See what the politicians are talking about. Learn those things.
Now.
You don't have to be fully vetted, but learn those things now before you go. So when you go over there and you want to talk politics, you know not to offend and you know your barriers. We don't want to have to come bail you out. We will if we have to. But learn the political climate of where you're going.
Right. Learn the political climate and know all of the opportunities that exist there, like the new rail system that's coming to Tanzania, that's going to extend
Ghana to Kenya and Congo.
Yeah, it's going to extend Kenya.
Yeah, Kenya
all the way down. So it's going to be nice.
It's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. All right. So we got a comment, and so we want to take everybody's comments that are reasonable, of course. So Roxanne says, hello, beautiful Black family. Hello, how are you? I heard someone talking about training for how to use a gun when you go to the continent. Please, guns are illegal, so don't take that mindset when you go there. Okay, well, that's interesting to know. And good to know. I am going to learn how to use one. I'm not necessarily going to use one, but I think I will. I want to learn just for my own, but I am going to take self-defense classes.
Yeah, take
just for myself. I am going to take, which is, like either karate or not necessarily karate, but just, some kind of self-defense.
Self-defense class.
I need to do that anyway. I was going to do that anyway, but, I do understand. Yeah, that.
And that's learning the political climate. If guns are illegal, that's good to know. People need to know that before they go over there and find themselves, like you stated, they're in jail.
Right, because you don't want to see people in jail.
Yeah.
There's a video.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for that so much. There's a video because we want to take everybody's account into consideration. There's a video that the bag did, actually 2 videos or so, that where they mentioned you know, having weapons, and so we're we're pretty peaceful pacifists ourselves, but they mentioned that, and so you need to be 18 if you're going to do over 18, or 21 over 21 if you're going to, and you need to take the go to the the range. You need to have the training, you need to have all the licenses that you need to have, right? So be responsible. But BAG talks about that, and they're in the Gambia, the Black Acres of the Gambia. So we are not experts on that, but that's something that if you are considering that, if you want to go hunting, for example, you can't have guns, says Global Green Book, but you can have a rifle. So that's good to know, because I guess you can go hunting. So that's a good question.
Point.
That's it. I'm glad this came up. And so, and I know Global Green Book has been on the continent. She's been to Egypt and several countries. So it's good to know and to have that. And thank you that you don't want to see Milton's beautiful face in jail. That's good to know, because we don't either. We ain't been in jail here, but we ain't planning on going in the continent for sure. Hello. Let's see. You're welcome. It has been a good discussion. Listen intently a lot. I have been researching, definitely. And that's what we have to do. We have to research before we go. All right. Well, I think we're it.
Good.
Oh, okay. That's the one. CC.
Hello, Milton and SYNOLVE. I have a question. When did you start planning your move? What kind of timeline would you suggest? What are the 5 steps you would suggest to do first?
I have a whole video. I'm going to leave it. When I get off this broadcast, come back and check, or email me, CC, or email me if you want this link. But I'll put it in the WhatsApp group as well, to a video where I discuss the top, I think it's 7 or 10 things that I discuss on things that you need to know and do before you go to the continent. I'll try to go out and grab this link right quick. If you all hear some sound, let me know, but I'll try to go out and grab this link really, really quickly so I can put it in the link so you can see it. Because I did this when we were first getting ready to move. I went out and had to make this list for myself so that I could share it with hubby. So I'm just scrolling down here, y'all. I'll show you my screen. I'm going to share my screen so you can see. Let's see. See me on YouTube, Sharon, so you can see me. All right, there it is. There it is. So I'm scrolling down so I can see this video that I did. Oh, here it is. Moving to Africa, the top tips. So this is the video right here. All right. This is the video right here. So let me put it in the, did I get myself with my eyes closed? There it is. So that's the video. Can y'all see that? 10 things to consider before visiting or relocating to Africa. And I'm going to put it down in the chat. So go check that out, and that'll tell you the top 10 things that you need to do that before you, to consider before you move or before you travel to Africa. I go over religion, culture, just a lot of different things. It's a very in-depth video. And so it tells everything that I did and everything that Milton and I have been researching and why, it's been taking us so long. So please go and check that out. 10 things to consider before visiting, relocating to the continent. Yeah, and I hope that helps you. And then if you still have questions, leave them in the bottom of the screen on that broadcast, and I'll be happy to, to share that with you. So let's see. What did you say? You said Milton Snob. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. So Milton Snob, I have a question. When did you start planning your move? Well, so we started talking about the move 30 years ago. and we're finally here. But I started again in May of this year, May 2020. So it's taken us all the way several months from May until now to really get everybody on board that it was okay. The kids on board, yes, we're moving. Mom and dad are going. Hubby on board, we are going. So that has taken some time. Our daughter is still, I'm just, I'm telling her I'm going, but I don't think she quite thinks that it's going to happen. I think I don't know. But I keep trying to tell her, I send her videos, all of that. So, we're going to see. But I expect her to come over. She'll probably be the first one, but we'll see to come over, at least visit. And then Christmas time or around the holidays when our son gets a break, I feel like he'll come. When did we start planning? What kind of timeline do you suggest? I suggest that you give yourself 6 months to a year. Yep. Because you've got to plan. Yep. And it's more planning than the planning part is more than the notion. First, you got to pick out where you're going to go, and that's not easy.
That's going to take some time.
That takes some time. And watch that video, and I give you all the things, political, religion, all the things you need to consider before you go. And so I think you need at least 6 months to a year. But if it takes you 2 to 3 years,
it's okay.
It's okay. The Bag family, it was what it take them about 10 years, 10 to 15 years. They had a plan, and then they thought they were going, and then it took them a couple of years, before they actually went again. So be okay with this plan not happening tomorrow. But at the same time, I also feel, and I've said this before, should something go down, and Lavecchia mentioned this when we were just talking, should something go down, we are prepared to have, like you have a backpack going to the hospital. I got a backpack, and if should something go down, hubby got a backpack, and we gonna throw stuff in that backpack, and we gonna be out. We ain't gonna tell nobody. We ain't gonna nothing. We gonna be gone. I mean, we're gonna tell our kids and our family, but we're gonna be out. So should something just go way haywire, sideways, in the U.S., we can be gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Now but that if something were to go haywire, then I would be, we would be claiming refugee status. So that would mean I wouldn't need visas, right? I'm not going to need a passport, because claiming refugee status means there's something that's really badly happening in the West, in the U.S., and it's an emergency and we must get out, okay? I'm praying we don't come to that. I'm praying that we have peace and that we're fine. But I have an emergency plan. I think everyone should have an emergency plan, especially if you have a little man on TV that won't denounce certain organizations, right? Last night, if you watch it. So I think you need to have an emergency plan as much as you need to have a contingency plan, an emergency plan, as much as you're planning long range and having the long goals and being patient. You need to know, because he's got people on standby. What is that supposed to mean? So I think you need to have that plan and have a backpack ready that if should you have to leave, should you have to go. I've told, said this to my children. We have a contingency plan about where we'll go, where to go, what to do, right? And you need to have that plan. You need to have it, and you need to understand it, right? That this is real and that we're living in real times. Yes, I'm at peace. Yes, I'm commanding the Most High and the angels and the ancestors to be with me. But I understand some people can get out of line. And should they get out of line, this is why Global Green Book is doing what she's doing, right? That's why she's preparing herself, right? With all of the hunting and fishing licensing and hunting and fishing tools that she needs, codes, right? So, read between all them codes. But yeah, so you need to have a long range plan. For us, we're in a sort of 3 to 6 month countdown. So realistically, you need to have, after you figure out the country, you need to, that's going to take you maybe 9 months, right? It's going to take that may extend your plan to about 9 months, right? Give yourself the time to research and do the research so you pick the country that you need to pick. That's right for you. And don't be afraid once you get to a country, if you want to go and want to move to another country, that's okay. Do that. You don't have to stay wherever forever. It's all right. So now we're in a 3 to 6 months. We're waiting on passports, meaning we are going to mail our passports off this week. They've told us to prepare for 3 months. So that's why we keep putting the 3 months out there. Could they come back in a week? Yes. Could they come back in 2 weeks? Yes. Could they come back in 1 month? Yes. But we're preparing. We always put the longest time in our plan because it's better to plan for a long time and not be disappointed, right? So that's that timeline. And what are the first 5 steps? So go watch that video on the 10 things to do when you're getting ready to move. And if that doesn't answer your questions, come back and I can do a live session on that video. So if you want to do, if you watch it, or if you want me to come and do a live session on that video, maybe hubby will come back with me and we can do a live session on that video. Okay. So let me know how that goes. Leave me a comment and let me know. All right, sweetie. I hope that answered your question. So thank you so much. Right. Yeah, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a realistic plan, and you need to have a contingency and emergency plan as well. Any final thoughts, babe?
Get your plan together. Take the necessary time to talk to your children.
Yes.
It's not a rush. Be patient with them. Be patient with yourself, and it'll all work out. So just communication is the key. Once you have that, everything will work itself out. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, and don't put too much pressure on them. So it'll all work out.
We love you guys. You are asking some great questions. Cece, I look forward to talking with you more. If you guys, you check that video out, that would help me. If you check that video out, that would help me give some watch time. That was kind of when I was starting my new Africa journey. So if you'd do that, everybody would go and watch that video. That would really help me out. You know what I'm saying? Let it play. Some good information in there. And leave a comment. And if Cece, you got more questions, or if you think we should do a live session, let me know in the comments, and let me, email me if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. Bug out bag. Absolutely. Yeah, bag has some really, really great information. So that's awesome. Thank you. It did. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Glad it answered your question. All right, guys. We're to the end of day 3, and Milton has been here all 3 days, and we're excited. So we're gonna go, and we'll be back tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know. It'll probably be around 3:30 or a little bit later, but I'll let you guys know specifically what time we're coming on. But let's plan around 3:30, and that way. If it is not, I'll have it up so you all can come check and see what time we will come on. All right, guys, I love you so much. You are amazing. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You have everything within you to do everything that you need to do, and the Most High has called you to do. You are infinite. You are wise. You're intelligent. You are intellectual. You are blessed. You know why? Honey, baby, because you just are. I love you guys so much, and I'm going to see you in another video real soon. All right, guys. Love you. Bye, guys. Bye. Thank you for being here. We love you guys. Thank you for the super chat. Love you. Bye-bye.